So, Mike, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
All right. Well, we are now live. So welcome everybody to our weekly podcast. One day later this week, we thought we'd have a few more interesting things to talk about. First is, of course, I'm sure everybody has had time to get used to the idea that we're not going to be coming back to school this year.
Yeah.
So I know it's crazy. Personally, I thought we were going to be able to sneak in a few weeks at the end of the year, but
Me
it looks
too.
like that's not going to be the case. So, which is unfortunate. But we'll make do, and we'll figure out everything that will be going on at the end of the year. Normally, we'll kind of figure out alternatives to everything and come up with the best idea that we can as we go. I think the most important thing to mention, especially for everyone except for seniors, is that the scheduling portal to pick next year's classes is going to open up next week. It was supposed to open up today, but our Power School admin is still putting in some of your choices for electives. So that'll open up hopefully first thing next week, and you can start to choose all of your classes for next year. There's going to be a lot more choices this year than there was this year. So hopefully there'll be something that piques your interest that you would want to take from one of the different departments. Math, I know we were looking at maybe some finance classes and maybe some stats classes. Maybe somebody will come up with something else in the next couple weeks. History, there's still going to be like the rock and roll history, I think, is still going to run again. And there'll be a couple other electives from each department as we go through, and especially for us, all the performing teachers are going to be offering like electives that are more broad instead of a specific course just for, like, say, just for musical theater, right? She might have a course that's open to everybody. Well, we're not sure about exactly what those courses are going to be, but as soon as the scheduling portal opens up, we'll have more information for that. For juniors, Boosh, did you want to talk a little bit about the college prep meeting next week?
Yeah, we're gonna have a one of these StreamYards, actually, like a podcast where all six of us counselors can be on at once, which is great. It fits 6 people at once. So we're going over the college prep for starting for your senior year. We're still working on it as we speak, so I think we have to meet one more time and try to figure it all out. Well,
and I believe that's going to be
next Friday.
Next Friday at 11 o'clock.
11, yes.
All right, cool. You guys could jump in here. Mr. Urbano, do you have anything new from student council or changes to end of the year stuff?
Well, obviously we're not going to be able to hold anything that we plan to. I mean, as for the big things like prom and stuff, at this point it's just hard to tell what alternative plans we can come up with because, unfortunately we can't make those dates happen anymore. But in terms of other battle classes.
Uh-oh.
Ian, you're frozen.
You're frozen.
For some reason, Miss Urbano's Wi-Fi is really not good. Maybe she should tell her 2 roommates to stop gaming all the time and do some work. But we'll take her off for a second.
That should be a meme, like her face stuck and it says "Stop gaming."
Well, now it won't even, now it's really frozen. But oh, there she goes.
She's coming back.
There you are.
She found a better
phone. I'm in the farthest end of my apartment, away from my router, so I should probably move closer.
I was saying that you should tell your roommates to stop streaming all their to get off their Twitch streams or
We're fighting for the internet all the time.
what
but
did
no,
you
we're
upgrade it? Pay for a little bit better internet.
easier said than done.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway, so we're definitely having discussions and trying to plan stuff, especially to send off our seniors and stuff. So just please check your emails and actually participate, because as an underclassman, you don't know when you're going to get to see some of these students again. You might have formed really close with them, so just check your emails and see what you can do to send them off. Your classes will be coming up with some ideas, so just check your emails. Perfect.
And I think you guys are also open to ideas from people if they have a cool idea that you guys want them to email you or their rep to let them know.
Honestly, we're open to any suggestions at this point. Nothing is set in stone. So if you have a really good idea, we would love to hear it. So just email your advisors or me or Mrs. Cruz, and then we can hopefully get things happening soon.
Yeah, and New Jersey is not alone in this. What are we, 40? I forget, 43 or 47 to cancel school activities for the rest of the year. There's very few states that are actually going to go through with graduation and end of year activities. So if you see something out there that somebody else is doing that you might want to see if we can do, definitely let your rep know, or definitely email Miss Urbano or Miss Cruz, and we'll see if we can do it. I know there's a lot of celebrities are going to be doing virtual. I know Obama's going to speak at a virtual graduation or virtual commencement ceremony designed for all seniors this year. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to hop onto some sort of virtual graduation thing, but it might be earlier than ours. Might be the end of May.
John Krasinski from The Office, he has that SGN every Monday night. Good news, that broadcast. So that's really good for seniors.
If nobody's ever seen that show, it's really good.
It's awesome. He did a prom, he did a graduation, he did a bunch of stuff already.
Yeah. And of course we'd love to have all the parents be as involved as possible with whatever we come up with. So nothing's really planned out yet. I think we were still a little bit hopeful that we were going to be able to come back and do something.
Yeah.
So now we'll start figuring out what we can do in the next. And we got it's the beginning of May, so we got some time to try to figure it out.
Yeah, we could kind of. I think there was a holding pattern that we had, not really, knowing.
You just needed that final word,
Yeah, the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, so on Power School, it looks like you can see ultimately what you're going to be taking next year. Kind of, I think there's just I guess that switch over, but it's not the way that you would normally go on and pick your classes. So that's coming up, and then it'll change, whatever. Because I know a student emailed me saying, I have my classes for next year, but I don't see my AP classes, but nothing's ready yet. So.
And we did have a math department meeting today. So if anybody is interested in taking AP Calculus, there will be a diagnostic test for that probably the first week in June. So just keep an eye out for that if you're interested in taking AP Calculus as opposed to regular calculus. That will definitely be a requirement. Oh, sorry, Miss Mincer, I just saw that you said don't add me yet, but do you need to go off for a second, or?
No, I just laid her down. And put myself on mute and you guys on mute. But she's down and sleeping.
Good.
2 for 2.
So it was her first meeting that she's been to.
No, she's been to a lot.
She's been to a couple others.
Yeah. Mr. Ricciardi, do you want to add anything to things that some students should be aware of for the next couple weeks, or?
Yeah, sure. If there's any questions, just let me know. I'm on my phone. I'm trying to feed my son right now, who doesn't want to eat. So I'm going back and forth with the computer. But a couple of the things that you just said, what Mr. Buccio said about scheduling, the schedule isn't out yet. What you're able to see online is Mr. Rob was able to take whatever you took this year and project forward what you would be taking next year. So, for example, if you're in a geometry course right now, then projected you're going to be taking, Algebra 2 next year. If you're in English 2 now, you're going to be in English 3 next year. So that's what you're seeing online. And then once the course registration is open, then you're able to change that. And again, if you're going to be a senior, there's going to be a lot more electives. So there'll be a lot more choice at that point. So that's what you're able to see in terms of course selection. Course selection should be open next week. Okay, don't hold me to that, but it should be open next week if all goes according to plan. In terms of graduation and in terms of the schedule, with when we can kind of get back on campus, there's two updates on that. Governor Murphy extended the 30 days, so that would go to June 5th. So as of now, students aren't allowed really on campus until June 5th. I think the only students that even come to campus at this point are if you call security, they may let you in if you have some sort of an emergency, or any students who may need lunch. You can still pick up lunch as far as I know. So those are the two reasons why a student would be on campus. Other than that, students are not supposed to be on campus. And you're not supposed to be on campus to clean out lockers. There is going to be a process for cleaning out lockers that will come up over the next few days, maybe a few weeks, but hopefully a few days, and then I'll have an update on that for you guys. So that's about lockers. And then in terms of graduation, we are making plans that hopefully we can have some sort of a graduation. There are a lot of things that are being passed around right now. Everybody kind of thought in Jersey that maybe we would have to do a virtual graduation. That may be a possibility. It may also be a possibility that we can get on campus for some sort of a graduation. Right now, we can't commit to anything because Governor Murphy needs to lift the restrictions that he's put on us. So once those are lifted after June 5th, just hope that he lifts them by June 5th. At that point, then we can probably make plans and do something, for a graduation. Other than that, that's more or less what I could add to the discussion. Tony, if there's any other questions, I just can't see questions, so let me know if there are.
Nothing.
We could have a senior student and parent meeting. Yeah, we can have that. That works.
Yeah, we can definitely set something like that up if for all of our seniors and their parents, we could talk about that.
Yeah, the course selection, you'll have the option to switch major academy like normal.
Unless it's actually the first thing that you do when you look at course selection. Switching a major is the first thing that comes up. So if you want to do that, you can put in for that switch.
Hi everyone. Hi Giovanna, Alexa, Jimena, everybody in this chat.
Yeah, the last day.
Sorry I was late.
Yeah, I don't think Dr. Gemarella has decided that, or he was bringing that up about when the last day of school would be. So I think there was talk about using some of our unused snow days to make that a little bit earlier, but I haven't heard anything new on that.
And again, the last day of school is probably going to be different than when grades close. Anyone that knows that's been in the building, that after grades close, you go back to school, and then that's when a lot of the class elections are, and there may be some fundraisers around the building, things like that. So, I'm sure the actual learning process is going to start dying down once grades are, finalized, whatever that date is. I don't know what that date is, to be honest with you. Usually like that second Friday in June, but I'm not sure. Just Tony, if you got or if anyone has a calendar in front of them.
Yeah, I have it.
We can pop a calendar.
It was scheduled for the end of the marking period was scheduled for Tuesday the 16th, and grades were scheduled to be done by Miss Alvarez's birthday, June 18th.
Oh, you remember, Tony?
No, it's in the calendar.
You put my birthday in the calendar?
In the calendar.
Yes. I put everybody's birthday in the calendar just because that's the only way I'll ever remember.
When's your birthday?
When's mine?
I go by Facebook. That's how I know.
Oh wait, you're not a Sagittarius. You're like a Capricorn, right? Tony?
Me? No, my birthday is the same as a major convenience store.
7-Eleven.
There you go. Very fast. Good job. One thing I do want to say.
That's what I was.
One thing I want to say about grades is that Dr. Jim Morella gave us a lot of time. He gave you guys a lot of extra time at the end of the third marking period. Yeah. I could almost promise you that will not happen at the end of the fourth marking period
ever again for any other class.
Well, no, it's fourth marking period is always very, very short turnaround. So the marking period it will end and grades will be due a day or two later. So really, you don't have that leeway that we had this marking period. So make sure you're staying on top of your work. Hopefully your teachers won't overload you too much at the end of the marking period, and I'm sure we'll have a meeting about that. But make sure you're definitely, as the end of the marking period comes closer and closer, make sure you're definitely keeping up with all your work, because there's not going to be 2 weeks of a grace period in the middle there, because now it's time for the summer. So.
And that brings up another thing in terms of summer courses. If anyone's planning on taking a summer course, it's pretty much guaranteed that those courses will not be in the building. So if we run them, they'll probably be online, but there's also no guarantee that they're going to run anyway. So, make your plans accordingly. But there's no guarantee right now. Nothing's been committed to for the summer. Yeah.
The math department is still very hopeful that we'll run our enrichment classes, even if they are online. But we need permission from the school to be able to do that. But we're ready to go if we are able to run these classes, no matter what form they might take. But
hi, Steph.
Hi, Kathy.
Are you outside?
No. I'm
it's a window. I thought you were outside on the deck. I was like, ooh, la la.
I will.
Get your woman time on, separate from the kids. So,
do you still have 3 people or 4 people working out of your house?
Yes. It's a good time still.
How many people are working out of your house?
My husband's brother is here too.
Oh,
he's working from home too.
So 3 workers and 2 babies.
Yes, and 1 dog.
And 1 dog. It's a good time.
Everyone's sleeping. Perfect.
Oh, nice.
So if there's any seniors in here, the yearbooks are scheduled to be delivered like the second week of June, or maybe the first week of June, and then we'll somehow get them out to everybody.
Yeah, there's been a couple of discussions about how the best way to do that is, so we'll figure it out, and we'll let you guys know. Yeah. But it'll probably be to come to school during a certain time, and you'll pick up everything that you have to pick up, like all the stuff from your locker, your cap, your gown, your yearbook. Turn in anything that you borrowed, like your textbook, or if you have a math calculator or something like that. And we're talking about the best way logistically to handle all that stuff. So
also the juniors, your senior portraits will just be scheduled for next year instead. So we'll do them in September.
And then I just saw your question again. It is undecided currently whether or not her question was. We had a 2-hour math department meeting today. It was a little ridiculous. It was worse than the guidance counselors. Only the guidance counselors talk for 2 hours. I don't know what the heck math. So 12 math teachers talk about all for that long. But I think that decision is not going to be up to the math teachers. I think that decision is going to be up to administration. And my guess, which is again just a guess, is that regular calc will be 5 periods a week and AP calculus will be 10.
Are we talking about going to block scheduling? Did I miss that?
No.
Oh.
No,
Urbana, do you agree with me on that?
I think so. They were trying to make the case for more class time because of this year, but I don't think we came to like a.
We came to no decision, and so that's still going to be something that'll be talked about later. But I have a feeling that's where it's going to go. But again, what do I know? I don't know anything.
No.
Who are you?
You know that.
But as soon as we know, we'll let you know, because that really does affect what classes you can pick for your schedule. Because if calc takes up 10 periods, then you have one less class you can pick. But I have a feeling that regular calc is going to be just five periods a week. And I'm not sure who's going to teach it. We'll make Miss Mitzer teach it.
I would take that class.
I don't know how much we'd learn, but it would be fun.
That's more important.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Jean, do you still do like jokes of the day with your kids?
They try to post it in the so I do like a weekly discussion board, just like a question, and then they post it throughout the week with if they have any questions or just like random news. So I still have a couple students that will just post a joke on the discussion board. Why don't ants get sick?
You still be telling this joke?
Why don't ants get sick?
I'm thinking ants.
I have to shout out the student that said this, but I forgot because we had a couple.
What's the answer? I'm in suspense here.
Because they have antibodies.
Ah!
Oh my God.
You're so cute, too.
I got it from my kid.
So that's even worse than some of my jokes. God.
You're going to use it with your kids.
That's such a good
Probably, actually, true. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. The one of them is running around with no pants on for the last 2 days because we're trying to potty train him. Well, it did bad weather, so we weren't going to go outside too much. So we did. Yesterday was tough because it was sunny, but Wednesday, today, and tomorrow, and today is a little rainy. So I figured we'd give it a shot. You, Kathy?
I tried like 2 weeks ago, and she peed way too close to the carpet that I just bought. So I am just I'm gonna wait until I can really like focus, because these days I've just been on emails and I haven't been focusing as much as I can on her. Like, not for nothing, thank God for Baby Babel, because she literally sits there and just talks to the teachers. And I just need to I need the summer to come for me to, I think, train her, because it's a one-woman show here.
I just forgot. We're like almost fully potty trained except for nighttime and nap time. And today is the first day she's going without a diaper at nap time.
Oh, big one. You have those things on the mattress, right?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, this technique worked pretty well for Ollie. Is that we just let him run around for 3 days with no pants on until we put underwear on him. But yeah, diapers for nap until and he's still in a diaper overnight. We tried that; it didn't work.
I don't think she can go that long yet. Also, she's still in a crib.
We have for Ollie, we have the bed with like a one rail with a little opening to climb in and out, so he can get up himself. Which was the weirdest.
The kids are still listening to us.
No, that was the weirdest. The weirdest thing was the one morning he got out of bed and like opened the door.
Parenting podcast.
I know. Well, I mean, I don't have too much more to talk about at school. I think we covered all the highlights of all the other stuff. Ms. Alvarez, we talked a little bit about the college prep day next Friday before you got on. You know, I'm sure kids are going to have questions about scheduling. So, you know, reach out to either Bushi or Alvarez. They can help you out with any questions.
I had a Google Meet with one of my kids yesterday about like college decisions and stuff like that. It was just a really nice experience. And I think I posted it on the Google Classroom that it was like my highlight of the day. So if anybody wants to email me, if you're interested in doing a Google Meet, I put it on the Google Classroom, and that goes for, I think, both of us. We, you know, we're here to talk if you need to talk about stuff. It went really well. It was like so nice to just see her and smile with her. I don't know. It's just like, I miss seeing my kids.
It's better than a typed email. Yeah.
It is. It's nice to just talk, even though, so, you know, it has to be recorded, but it just goes into the email, and it's a nice memory, I think, of this whole quarantine.
Yeah, good point from Ms. Reyes is that don't forget that this weekend is Mother's Day. So you should do something nice for your mother, because she is probably, you know, stressed out as much as you guys are. So definitely try to do something nice for your mother, even if you can't go out and buy her something. You know, maybe make breakfast, you know, watch a YouTube video, learn how to do that, or, you know, clean up the house. Those were always my cheap presents, because I didn't have any money as a kid. So I would, you know, go like clean the living room. Or
Did you give your mom coupons? Did you ever do the coupons? Your mom, here's a hug.
No, that was stupid.
I did that.
Wow.
I used to give her coupons for hugs, for a free day of not doing the dishes.
The difference between daughters and sons.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but I clean the house no matter what, so it's not like the coupon did anything. It's
Again, the difference between daughters and sons.
Yeah, true.
So nothing's set in stone yet about graduation?
No.
Okay.
You know, if you see something somewhere, the students, parents too, if you guys see something somewhere that somebody else is doing and it sounds kind of cool, we have plenty of like recording equipment at schools, so maybe we could set something up. I don't know. There's a bunch of different ideas, but it all depends on when we're allowed to actually go back into the building. Like school is canceled for sure till the end of the year, but maybe we have a chance of being able to let a certain number of students back in the building, provided that they're far enough apart, which it's tough. That's tough to do. So I don't know what we can pull off, or maybe we can do something outside in the parking lot.
That would be so nice. That's like ideal, I think, is to do something outside.
Yeah, I know Mr. Ricciardi went to go measure it the other day, and, you know, see how spaced out they could keep everything. But upside of this is that since we're not in school, we're going to start some work on the performance spaces earlier. I know it doesn't help any of the seniors too much, but we're going to start a lot of work on the main stage theater and the black box theater probably in the next couple of weeks, as opposed to waiting till July. So we can get a little jump on that sort of stuff.
I think there should be a protocol coming out soon for locker stuff.
Yeah, that's being talked about. The school realizes that everybody has stuff in their locker. So they're trying to figure out what the best way to logistically go about doing that is. So as soon as we figure out how you guys can go collect your stuff, we will probably send it out in an email or post it on the classroom or something.
There's a monster next to me.
One question from Mace. That was a few lines ago. Will the first day of school be changed? I doubt it. We are starting a little bit later than some other schools this year. So the first day of school right now is on September
8th.
8th is for us. 8th is for teachers.
Oh yeah, so 9th for students.
For students would be the 9th. And whether or not it's just freshmen on the 9th or freshman side, like none of that has been decided yet. But we will have students in the building on the 9th as the first day of school. So for the juniors on here, you may or may not have to show up that day. But one of the side effects of Labor Day being so late and us starting after Labor Day is, if you haven't seen the district calendar, it is on the district website. We will not have a whole week of February break. It will just be the Friday and the Monday of President's Weekend, and then we'll have school Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of the following week. So you get a 4-day weekend and no winter break, which is an adjustment.
It's sad. That's what it is.
Do we know why that is, or is it just because we started later, like they're saying?
I think it might be because we're starting so late.
Yeah.
Are we having any other holidays like added to the calendar? Like, are we?
No,
we still get spring break and
Still get spring break.
I think we have some PD
professional development days.
No
students, so students don't have to show up, but the teachers do.
I mean, when you look at it, it's only 4 days that we don't have off, and we go to school late, and we have the longest summer vacation right now of all time. So.
Yeah. Well, it's not really a vacation. You can't go anywhere.
Exactly. Can't go anywhere.
I thought the schedule definitely came out. I'm surprised there's a few people here that didn't know about that. So definitely keep that on your radar for next year. But we'll come up with the school calendar probably closer to the beginning of the school year. Like there's the district calendar with all of the holidays, and then there's our personal school calendar with the days that we do testing and the days that you have a half a day and all that sort of stuff. So that won't be out for a long time, but the district calendar is definitely where we start from, and no February break. Sorry. And it is Teacher Appreciation Week, so
thanks.
I appreciate all you guys. You guys are the best.
Seriously.
And all the teachers out there who are figuring out the best way to handle this stuff.
Out
yeah,
there.
My wife, who's now a teacher.
Huh?
Yeah,
your parents are all teachers now.
Oh. She's teaching the kids something.
Oh,
she made some sort of mess upstairs in the morning.
Oh my gosh, I was about to freak out.
She did something with some corn syrup and
or
cornstarch and some sort of liquid that.
You know what I did today that worked really cool? I took those little pellets that are colored for the bath. Tony, do you know what I'm talking about? The little Crayola pellets?
No.
No, girls, do you know what I'm talking about? You change color, like you put them in the bathtub. Color.
Yeah.
I put them in water bottles, and I made a hole at the water bottle, and I let her paint on a white towel. She loved it.
Oh, I'll have to do that with
Ella.
Ella.
Great parent. So creative.
And we come up with some weird
I'm
stuff.
not that creative.
He's like, I'm not. I don't do that.
I sit on phone calls for 2 hours with a bunch of math teachers.
Yeah, well, I got to get her entertained.
That was a wild me.
I got plenty of ideas.
Well, I don't really have too much else to
that's sweet,
chat
Bridget.
about. Yeah, of course.
That was sweet.
Aww.
We love having you. I hope you are doing your workouts every day for dance class.
And she had a question this morning in an email. I hope it got fixed, resolved, right? Tony, that was Bridget?
Oh yeah, working papers.
Yeah, I sent. I actually have a copy of what they need, the working paper on my computer, so I sent it to her.
All right, perfect. But how do we get it signed by somebody and processed?
You could sign a PDF on on the computer. You can do a digital signature if Dr. Jamrella can do that.
Go. Jesus.
Maybe.
Hopefully. I don't know. Oh, you did it, Bridget? Good.
Okay, good.
I'm glad
So,
I scanned one of the working papers just in case this kind of stuff happened. And
good idea.
I'm glad I did that.
Very, very forward thinking of you. That goes for anybody else out there. Any juniors, if you want to get a job this summer and you're not old enough, you need some working papers, definitely contact Mr. Bouchier or Miss Alvarez, and they can take care of you. What else? What else you guys got? Anything?
No, just
Before
keep
I
on
run
your
out,
email and Google Classroom. We post every day.
Yeah, check your emails for some school bucks. I think we both sent out emails about school bucks. Make sure you.
If the seniors are watching, yeah, if you're some of the seniors who have negative balances, you have to pay it.
What is the consequence? No diploma, or?
Yeah.
They hold your diploma. Yeah.
I made the subject diploma, graduation, school bucks, so that you know that it's.
But I think, and they changed it on school bucks. The minimum was $30. Now they changed it down to $2. So
yeah, after I sent the email.
Yeah, I had to send all emails all over again saying if it's under $30 now you can pay it.
I don't know. I miss my mouse. I left my mouse at work. I think I'm just gonna go back for my mouse.
Go get it. You can go get you as.
Yeah, you
I
can go
know.
get
I just don't feel like driving out there. I have to make a trip. Like maybe I'll just go to Dunkin' Donuts and then I'll go to Sea Caucus.
I think I've been there. I've been there twice now since we've been out.
Yeah, I haven't been there either.
I had to go pick up some Math Excel licenses, and then I had to pick up a check.
Get that check.
I left with
check?
No, it was a tuition.
Who does that?
Tuition reimbursement. But
I'm waiting for mine. Damn it!
I did borrow some stuff.
I saw.
You borrowed?
Borrow what?
Oh, did you borrow some workout stuff?
I borrowed a few weights and a resistance band.
Do they have any more? I could use a resistance band.
There's
nothing on
I only took 2.
Everybody's stocked up on their home gym on Amazon.com.
Yeah. I built myself a dip station.
Yes, you told me because you broke the chair.
Yeah,
right?
well, I cracked it.
Yeah, well, then you can't sit on it if you cracked it, right?
It was a garage chair anyway. It's fine. I just glued it back together.
Yeah, I don't want to eat at your table. I'm gonna fall.
No, that's the dining room furniture is old and shot, and I won't replace it until the kids get older because just boom, 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 boom with the fork puts gouges in it.
You should just get reclaimed wood. That's what I do. You can't even tell. I have everything reclaimed wood. Everything looks like it's supposed to. It looks all beat up.
That's not a bad idea. All right. Well, I think we're gonna start signing off. If you guys want to say any last words.
Any last?
Oh, I'm wearing my
Everybody.
today.
Any last words?
I miss you
I
all.
wish we were in school.
Email me if you want to Google me. I miss you.
All right. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Okay. Bye.
Later.
Bye.